ROBO ALESTE for the Sega CD is the sequel to MUSHA for the Sega Genesis, or if not the sequel, at least another one in the series. When you pop in the CD, you get quite the intro with voice sample, and I guess that's what Sega CD does well.
The order was given by Nobunaga. Only they can overcome this desperate situation.
And I don't know how awesome that sounds or not. This is a good game, but I think most people, if they're being honest with themselves, know it's not as good as MUSHA. But hey, man, does that mean it's not good? No way. It's just hard to beat MUSHA, and your weapon system isn't quite as cool. But probably a must-have for those who just love MUSHA and have a Sega CD, except it doesn't come cheap. In fact, it's a lot of money complete. It has easy, normal, hard, and cruel as far as difficulty levels. I always play normal until I beat it. And in this game, it's more of like your other standard shooters of kind of building up one particular weapon. And you do pick up those things that fly off the enemies that when you kill them, as in MUSHA. Except the bummer in this game is these two guys flying next to you. You cannot change the direction they're firing all around you the way you do in MUSHA. You just don't. But you can try to... You can launch these side weapons of yours by holding down the A button, and they go flying out, and they come back, and it's kind of a strong attack. This game focused on its kind of rockin' soundtrack, which is good. But you don't hear the sound of your weapon firing from your character very prominently. If you listen very close, you hear the weapon shooting from your vehicle, but that's a bit of a letdown. You hear the explosions of the bad guys, and you hear the soundtrack of but you really don't hear the sound of your weapon firing unless you listen really close. And I guess that's a minor complaint, but, well, in a shooting game, you kind of want to get the rush of, the sound of unleashing your weapon. We'll try the red one here. This one shoots these little mines everywhere. Not a very spectacular looking weapon, but probably has its value, especially in taking out certain enemies that have power. This green pickup just shoots these kind of ninja stars out on the left and right, and that's a good one. So yeah, it's a very good game. Just comes up short from... I think I'll get the ones that just help me out and fly everywhere. Comes up short from MUSHA, but just because something is not the best doesn't mean it sucks. This game doesn't suck by any means. Ooh, it's a solid shooter. I guess that's my only real complaint, that you don't really hear your weapon firing. Those sounds you're hearing are mainly the enemies being shot when they blow up. And you come across bosses pretty quick. And this game definitely has a story going. I haven't beaten it yet. You got a limited amount of continues, or I know I limit mine. The story they talk about in the beginning with the narrator, my brain just is too feeble to follow what the hell's going on. I don't understand anything about Japanese feudal whatevers. You know, I don't. But I understand shooting and dodging and cool graphics. It was a great game for sure. But I think I was coming off of like Thunder Force 3 and that incredible music and incredible sound that just, oh, really, I think is like a masterpiece. My favorite Sega Genesis game. And then you got MUSHA, which I always heard about, which I agreed was awesome, and the music was great, just not to me as good as Thunder Force 3. And then you got this, this incredible shooter here. But I wouldn't say the music really sounds great with the Sega CD quality, but I wouldn't say the tunes are catchy like Thunder Force 3 or MUSHA. And the weapon system is kind of standard fare. But still, this song's pretty good. Now, it is a rocking game. If I sound negative at all, I'm not. And I gotta remember to... Yeah, you kind of fire all your weapons at the same time by holding B, but when you press down on A and hold it, you unleash those side guys and they kind of go out in a quick attack. It's a challenging game. Matter of fact, I plan to play it. That's my thing. I'm off today. Haven't played Sega CD in a while, and I'm like, I'm going to take this game on. Now, I highly recommend the Sega Genesis Arcade Power Stick. I use this for all vertical and side-scrolling shooters on the Sega Genesis. Right now I'm playing Genesis CD. And just like MUSHA, continue isn't a matter of pressing the button in time. You just press start and it offers the option to continue. That's right. This game offers, I think, unlimited continues, but I seem to limit myself to 3. Or at least I used to. Hell, I'm gonna try to beat this thing, man. I think I limited myself at first because when you spend that much money on a game, you don't want to beat it the first day. I think today I'm just going to try to power through it. But you can't cheat it. You got to get through a level. And so it's a fair game. Yeah. It's like the sequel to MUSHA, but MUSHA's like... But it's not like the grand finale. It's more like MUSHA's the grand finale of this game. But it's solid as you can see, and I'm glad to have it. That's my copy. ROBO ALESTE, this is legit. Looks like that. From Tengen. Cost a lot of money online. I got a pretty good copy, but I have some kind of folds here in that interior card on the spine here. You don't really see it when you look at it like this, but I know if I ever sell it, I'm going to have to come clean and let buyers know that there's some folds, maybe some previous water damage or something from a long time ago. Still, I think I'm holding something worth at least $100 right here. Well, I gotta get back to trying to play this. Oh, also, when it comes to high score, when you hit continue, let's see if your score starts over again. As it should. That way you're not gonna be able to cheat the high score that way. I think I'm gonna start over from the beginning, because I was narrating and not focusing. Alright, you guys, that's ROBO ALESTE for your Sega CD.